Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we're bringing you gameplay number 2 of Mythic Mischief, Volume 2. And we're still filming in our brand new gameplay studio. We've been figuring out the ins and outs of this, how to direct 6 cameras all at one game. We have some new camera layouts this time. We've got...
Jesse wants more cameras.
We've got a low shot. We've got a wide shot. We've got a side angle shot. We've got some top shots that are doing cool things. Let me know what cameras are working for you, what cameras aren't working for you. We're adjusting. We're figuring it out. I'm excited because we've been playing games all day. We played some Moonrakers earlier today.
Moonor, yes.
And I always beat, this is the only abstract game that I consistently beat Shira at.
I was actually going to get a timer for this game so that I wouldn't take forever APing it.
Okay, do you want to give them a run through of what Mythic Mischief is and why they absolutely should be following this over on Kickstarter and backing this as soon as it is available? Yes, this is a sponsored video. We love working with the crew over at Ivy Studios, and we are excited to show off this game. We've liked this game before we started working with them. Just for the record, just for any of the naysayers out there, what's Mythic Mischief?
Mythic Mischief is going to be an abstract game where you can manipulate your pieces, you can manipulate your opponent's pieces, and you can manipulate the board that you are playing on. Your goal is to catch your opponent's mythic players. Each player that you catch will give you a point. The first to 10 points will win, or after dark, after lunch, if the groundskeeper has made it through all of his locations, it's the one who has the most points will win the game. The groundskeeper is going to be the person who's going to be collecting those mythics and getting them into trouble. He has a very detailed plan where he's going to different locations before his dark and after dark. He'll be going to 1, then he'll be going to 2, then he'll be going to 3, and then making it back towards the center of the board. We each have asymmetric power and abilities that varies with all of the factions. Yeah. And Jesse's gonna crush me because that's what he tends to do. I'm playing as the werewolves.
Yeah, we've got cool little abilities. Now this is fully backwards compatible.
Yeah, and
it
forwards.
is also a standalone game. So if all you want is to test out this little box here, you'll get 4 characters. You get the brand new Groundskeeper. You'll get the brand
Fairies,
new
the Gnomes,
magical maze.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to play. You'll be able to check it out. All right, Shira.
You're first.
We rolled the dice.
Yes.
We've set out our pieces.
Yes.
And I'm the first to go. The first to be impressive. Over here with the Gargoyles. Classic move action.
Yeah.
My glide action, because I've got some flappy little wings.
You're so gargoyle.
My glide action is going to allow me to pull you with me.
Yeah, but
we're going to move together.
You can't move through a hedge.
Not yet. Not yet. We're almost there. Without spending a move, by the way.
Yeah.
My perch action is going to allow me to move it with me.
Move your hedge with you.
Again, without spending a move action. A lot of move. That's what that means. A lot of move.
That's why you can't level up your move that high.
And my special ability is to perch on top of a stone. That stone becomes intransferable, inmalleable. You can't move through it.
You can't move you.
And not only can no one else move through it.
Yeah.
But the big guy right here.
Can't move through
he also can't. The first item I think I've seen in the game that blocks the movement of.
Yeah. He cannot. No one can move through that spot. And
because
you can't
of
move
that,
off of it.
I can't close off regions on the board. Yes. But it's a pretty powerful way to redirect him however I want. Okay.
But you only get to place it out once. And then does it come off?
Comes off at the start of every turn.
Yeah, but you have to recharge it.
I have to recharge it.
It's your super powerful epic ability.
Okay.
And did you have anything else? No, you just got, we'll talk about the After Dark abilities. I have my werewolves. I have the typical move. I have a fling where I can take an opponent, such as this one, and just chuck him 2 spaces to the left. If he can't go 2 spaces, he'll go 1 space. He can also go into a cluttered space.
I just realized, kind of silly starting locations for me, considering I'm going first.
Yep.
I built my starting... We're going to play it, but I built my starting locations.
I told him we were going first. I told him to set up his pieces, and then he proceeds to set them up as if he's going second.
I'm hiding
which is
from you.
Amazing.
Terrified
I loved it. My heave ability, I can do the same thing with a hedge. I can take a hedge and just throw it all up until the point that it can go in any orthogonal direction. I cannot block off a location with the hedge, so if I would throw this hedge with this character all the way down here, it would stop here. It can't block block in someone completely, and it also can't go to the edge. It can't go along the edge of the board. And then I have my full moon ability. I get to attach full moon to a werewolf, and that werewolf can fling over hedges.
You're gonna think my actions are hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move.
This werewolf can then fling him here.
I'm gonna go ahead and move. Watch this.
Yeah.
Gonna move 1, 2 to grab this. Going to go ahead and glide, or perch, sorry, this to here to grab that.
Nice.
Going to go ahead and do a single move up onto here. Then I'm going to go do a glide, which carries you with me. I can glide on top of rubble because I'm floating. You come in next to me right there. That uses all of my abilities. Tomekeeper is going to move. He's going to be moving 1, 2, 3, 4 down to this location. I know I'm probably going to get caught, but I at least got 3 tomes with that sequence. And I was able to shift you around in a fun way, I think.
Yeah.
It was neat. That felt good. Okay, I'm going to reset my board. I'm going to place my tomes while you start figuring out the answer to this puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, by the way. I have, like, perpetual tickle in my throat, and the allergies outside are horrible.
Very annoying.
I am drinking straight toxic sewage water, so that is helpful. I figured as gargoyles it was the right thing. Doesn't this look like the slime that would run off of like a, you know, like a parapet? Parapet?
I don't know. You were very annoying there. So we're gonna move 1 here and collect this tome. And then we are going to... I don't have enough.
No, I've always thought that.
So we are gonna fling you.
Oh.
Over here.
Have we considered not flinging me?
And then...
Has that been a conversation?
We are going...
You really should explore all the options before you make decisions.
Yeah. We are then going to go on here for 2.
Yep.
And that takes down this movement and this movement. And we are going to...
You got 3 of yours so far?
No, I got 2.
Oh, there's one hiding back
and
here.
There's one hiding back here.
That must be really frustrating.
Yeah, you're going to collect yourself. I have a distract. The question is, can I use it to actually be effective? You kind of flung yourself the other way. I don't think I can.
He's going to catch one of mine.
I know, he's going to catch
right away.
Yeah, but I'm just a sitting duck over there is the problem.
That's why I don't mind him catching me, because you're kind of just there already.
I'm already there.
It's like a free prize.
Yeah.
It's like walking to Grandma's house. She's already baked 2 apple pies. You don't even have to ask.
Yeah, and the problem is that, like, I can't stop on one of your spots. And so I could move there 1, and then I could technically shift that. It wouldn't do me much.
I do have a fun secret for you, though. Do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
If you get caught on your own turn,
yeah,
what happens?
You just lose a point.
So what happens if you get caught on your own turn?
Oh, and I don't have any points. Yeah, but I'm about to get a point from catching you.
That is also true.
So it would just negate it.
That is what would happen, yes. But if you were in a position where you were able, like if he was feeding towards you,
yeah,
you could get caught on your own turn at the beginning of the game and it not affect you. So like if, for instance, you were running to capture this book.
I could do this. What I could do, but then he won't catch you.
So that's really the thing. Right now, because I've already given myself up, you probably should allow him to catch me.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, I should. But I don't want to.
Yeah, but you should.
I know I should. It would just take a lot of movement to get out of that way. Yeah, that person is just stuck up there. All right. Yeah, we're doing it.
We never read any flavor text.
We did not read any.
Do we want to establish who these characters are?
Let's let the Tomekeeper go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who just got caught? Alice just got caught. All right, let's read Alice's flavor text in honor of her being caught. Alice speaks in nonverbal screeches. You might think it would make debate hard for her, but That just means you've never tried arguing with a air horn. The winged wordsmith can screech her way through just about any argument you toss at her. Ask her what her favorite topic is, and she'll proudly tell you, it's exactly what it's the flavor text, so that was accurate.
Yeah.
She hates playing games with me. I don't know why she agrees. Do you want any flavor text for your guys?
I will.
You want to read the one for the guy that's getting caught right now?
I will. Why don't you take your turn?
All right, I'll start thinking about my turn while you take your flavor text.
Yep.
All right, you're getting caught on your own. Then he's going 1, 1, 2. He's coming back to this location. I'm not going to be able to get someone directly in a vulnerable spot.
Okay. Who are you being caught?
So really, I just want to protect myself. That's kind of my thought at the moment.
You're not you. And you're not you. This is Fei. This sharp-toothed tween wolf is all bark and bite. He's been student of the month in detention for the duration of the school years. With attitude to spare, this yappy youngster is actually a werecoat. Like most werewolves, he is house-trained, but that doesn't mean he won't trash a classroom. Were-coyote? I don't know.
Yeah.
Were-coyote?
Yeah, werecoat. He's a were-coyote. Yeah.
Were-coyote.
I'm gonna have taken this with me. Like, that seems like fun. So I have 1 extra movement, and I moved 1 hedge.
How'd you get there?
3. I just moved 3. But I technically moved 2, and then... Oh, I couldn't have done... Could I have done that?
I don't think you can. I don't know.
That's interesting, because it's a movement.
Yeah.
I'm still moving.
Yeah, but can you... Do you have to pause, or like you're continuing, like you're switching between...
That's what I'm wondering.
Weird.
That might be something we need to clarify, because I am still... All of my actions are a movement.
Yeah.
So can I use the movement in a chain of movements to move off of your spot?
Do you know that this is shiny?
All right. Are we going to say that I can do that?
Yes.
All right. We'll rule that I can do that. I don't think there's a way for me to actually capture you that much. I can't move you that much without making myself vulnerable. So, how do I keep you from getting other things that you want? That's the next question. I could pull hedges around if I have enough movement, but I don't have enough movement for that. I mean, I can go 1 here, and then I can go move there with that. It doesn't really affect you though.
What did that do?
It's just putting things in his way.
Okay.
Which I think is fun. And then I've got 2 movement left, so I'll go 1, 2 back to stand on this. That's it. That's all I'm going to be able to do. I couldn't really catch you. I'm not quite sure that I'm comfortable with the gargoyles so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really?
He doesn't pick that up.
Oh. He's going to leave that exactly where it is. Gargoyles do not have as much manipulation because they manipulate themselves while manipulating you. It's hard to position them.
I haven't figured out my werewolves either, so don't worry about it.
Huh.
Where are we gonna spawn? So we've got spawn zones here, 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 here.
Hear me out.
Spawn right there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then stand there. Just stay there.
Yeah. That seems great.
We're all into it. All right, where am I gonna buff myself?
Actually, might go here. So interesting.
I've placed my tome.
Did you?
What'd you upgrade? Upgraded a little bit of movement. That's pretty classic.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you're getting your lore up.
My fling.
Well, no, you self-buffed your fling, although your fling's too high. You only get 2 buffs.
This I never used, so it didn't go down. So.
Well, aren't we fancy?
There. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's going straight to the middle spot. Right there.
Yes. Problem is that we're all just very far away and don't have much manipulating abilities.
You got more than me.
I know.
I'm lucky I put myself in a pocket.
I like my gnomes, honestly. I have to figure these guys out. So if I pulled them, then 1, 2, 3, and then they would just stop there. Pulled him 1 up there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not quite either what I want. If I did 1, 2, and shift that down, then I can fling you. I would have to get out of the way. You would have to move that. Interesting. Alright, so this character
I was about to read more flavor
is
text.
going to shift this all the way down here.
Because they throw them as far as they can go.
Yep. He just threw it all the way
cool.
down. Then that was heave.
Equal.
Equal until I lure. Then we're gonna pick him up 1.
Wow, now he's coming this way.
Yep.
That's a big change. Cool.
And so that was my distract.
Oh, I see. You're going to throw me into him.
And then I'm going to move 1, 2. Problem is that I can't throw through the hedge.
No, you're going to have to move the hedge.
And I don't have another fling ability because I used it over there.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Grar. 1, 2. That's not gonna work. Bring you back.
Oh.
Bring
Oh,
you
no.
back. Everything is back
No worries.
to how it was.
So flavor text. That's good, good, good.
Yeah.
Friends to all the outcasts, kings of rebellion, these preteen pups put out the shock and shock collar. The canine camaraderie is strong in this wolf pack, and in a place like this, you'll need some good dogs who've got your back. Groundskeepers better be on high alert. These dogs sit, but they won't stay. That was cute. Yeah, she's not listening. All right. We have my lovely gargoyles.
I was like, I don't know how to get you onto where I need you. I fling you 2 spots.
I mean, I don't know how to get you onto where I need you either.
Yours is so much easier. You glide with me. I'll trade you. We'll trade after this.
So much easier.
So much easier.
So much. Wow. In a strange chemistry class mishap, the phrase, actually, possessed the school's statues, and thus the Mythic Middle debate team was born. They watched the world from towering turrets of Mythic Middle, waiting for the next unfortunate soul to wander into the hollowed halls of debate. For anyone interested in the cafeteria after 6th period, it's in the cafeteria after 6th period. If you arrive earlier than that, the tables are still set up for lunch. More parents still needed as volunteer judges. That's cute. A little bulletin for, like, they're a debate team. They're not like badasses. So they're, sitting there. They're like, hey, can you include in our school bulletin, like our bio, we still need some parents to come to debate practice. Like, we're really involved, but technically the school rules say we can't have more than 10 kids in one area without 2 supervisors. It's 5 per parent. And right now, just my mom and Beatrice, who's willing to come on Thursdays, is currently available. And so we're breaking the rules about 38% of the time. And I'm not sure that the school's going to let us continue doing debate club if we don't have more parent volunteers. And Theodore's mom, she can't make it at all. She's kind of lazy, if I'm going to be honest about that. And Henry's dad, he would love to be here, but he works night shift at the local factory. He'll come if he's forced, but it's really not going to be best for him. Have I given you enough time? Have I bought you some breathing room?
Very annoying.
Oh no.
You are.
I'm not. Hey, leave a comment down below if you find me oddly annoying. And attractive, like she does. It's both. It's got to be both. It can't just be one or the other.
All right.
What have you done so far?
I attached my my full moon to that werewolf.
Okay.
And then I flung you through the hedge over here.
Okay.
And then I flung you over there. And so I'm gonna catch one, but it's not the most powerful. But the werewolf stays until you catch this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice. Moving off, and if I let it hit number 3 on my turn,
then it goes to the middle.
You're a tome short, I think. Or does the tome stay?
My tome goes away.
Your tome goes away.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of incentivized to make that happen. Here's the question. How do I make sure I catch you? How do I get multiple people this time? Especially with only one shift person ability. Oh, what's the puzzle here? A lure of 2. Shift hedge of 1, so the hedge could shift over there. You, though... maybe that would work. 1, 2, 3, 4. He would end there. Is there a way for me to pull you to that location? Oh, no, I'd have to pull him over. I don't hate that. If I pulled him over, I wouldn't even have to shift the hedge then. So... Oh, interesting. We've said that I can use the hedge ability as a move plus the hedge ability.
You move and you just kind of like glide into it. I think so.
I'm continuing my move, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not stopping there. I'm continuing my move. If that's how it's ruled, I'm going to do something interesting. We'll see. I might be cheating. We'll see. If it's too powerful, she's going to call it cheating anyway and cancel it. Okay. I am going to start here. So here's what I'm going to try. 1, 2 movement. 3 movement, shifting immediately to my perch ability, which is a movement and a drag back. Okay. I am then going to... Oh, before I left here, it was a lure 1 to pull him there. Now he's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm. I want him to land on that. So I should have, when I moved here, have done another lure.
When did you move there?
I had to move down there. So I spawned here. Mm-hmm. Lure 1, move 1, lure 2, move 2. Then 3 glide back or perch back. So he's now there. So he's going to catch...
Perch goes down to 0.
Perch goes down to 0. I still have the ability to pull you with me. There was no way for me to do that and get your other people, though. I've still got 2 movement. And he's going to be going back towards the middle. Bouncing. I don't want to be next to him.
He's just going to stop on the 3 right there.
I know, but then I'm going to be right next to him.
That's okay.
It's an unfortunate spot, but it might be where I actually have to end. Do I put a gargoyle on myself? It seems like a big move to just keep you from catching one of my characters. I'm not going to. I'm going to let him go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Capturing 2. Taking your ring off.
I don't like that.
And
that happens.
flipping.
And this comes away.
To the next era. Okay, so we're going to put out 3 more. Top corner here. Spot right here with the rubble. And spot down here, which you're going to collect on your turn, which is going to be right now. So you're going to get an immediate tome. Wow, he's going to trigger 1 and 2 so soon.
No.
Oh, no, that's not where they go. Why'd you put them there? Oh, that is where they go. 1 and 3.
You're like, why can't you read numbers?
I can't. I was looking at the wrong card.
1 goes there. 1 goes here. 1 goes here. He's gonna trigger 1. He's gonna go right here.
He's only moving 3 though. So it's 1 that way and then back up the other way. I am vulnerable though. I'm in a bad spot. You're definitely gonna catch at least 1, possibly 2 of mine on this next move. I don't like that. What's your After Dark ability?
My After Dark ability. Once per turn, you may remove an adjacent hedge or clutter. Can I just eat it?
It takes an additional move for an enemy to enter the space of a gargoyle.
I'm spawning here. And then I think I'm actually... Oh, you're on that spawn zone. Oh, and he's there. But this is a spawn zone, correct?
Certainly is.
Yeah, you're gonna think I'm crazy. But I think it's actually... Alright, starting my turn.
He'll never notice us. Trust us. Well, I'm a cat. Meow.
I'm sending... The problem is...
I hate problems. Wow. It's so unfortunate that there is one.
Is I can't move you where I want you.
It does sound like a problem.
So that might not work out for there. That's not a spawn zone. You're on that spawn zone. There's one over here. But that's so far away from that clutter.
Oh yeah, you have the ability to destroy clutter. I forgot about that. That and hedge mazes.
Oh, interesting. I forgot about that. Where do I want to be? I can destroy one. Do I lure him though? That, and then he would go 1, 2, 3, and end up back there. I do have to lure him if I want him to catch you there, which will get him off of there, and then I could probably do that. But I can't be there.
You tell me when you're ready for more flavor text.
You can read more flavor text.
More flavor text. Here we go. You read, all right, Mortimer. He's this lovely guy that you're about to try to catch now.
I'm standing there.
Mortimer is the captain of the debate team and the mod of several elite online chat room glooms. This rhetorician might as well be a mortician, because if you go up against him in a debate, you're dead. Mortimer isn't really violent, though, but if words could kill, he'd be America's most haunted. I like to think they wrote their own bios for themselves.
Okay, I threw you over here with this guy.
Yep.
Then I'm luring with one of these guys and eating you.
No.
And you're coming here.
But he's the captain.
You come off.
Actually.
Yes.
I'm just doing what he's doing.
Actually.
Actually.
Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to pick this up. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're gonna get eaten.
And then we're gonna eat this.
Oh, I'm gonna get eaten.
And then then I think this technically becomes its shortest pathway through there.
I think you're right.
Because from here to get to 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Good play.
So then that'll catch you. That was 4 movement over there, so this is down to 1.
Yeah, very good play.
Now, can I do anything about you?
No.
Why?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
1, 2, 3. And then where could I put you? Hedges, hedges, hedges. Do I want to move a hedge? Catching 2 of you is always nice. Or do I want to just get into better positions? And I'm gonna grab this for 2.
Have you moved
Down
into me
to
yet
1.
at all, or no?
What does that mean?
Remember, my characters take 2 to move into, like rubble.
I haven't moved through your characters yet. No. 1, 2, 3. He's just gonna stop there, so I would have to get you in this pathway, because I lured him already once. I still have my hedge ability. I still have 1 more fling, and I still have 2 move. The problem is that where you're positioned is very annoying, because I can't shove you over hedges. That werewolf can fling over hedges. You're not that werewolf. And I can't shift those hedges either. I think I'm just gonna skedaddle out of the way. One up here. I just am knocking everything down. It's one movement. And 2 movement. Because that would be dumb if I caught myself. Right?
Yep.
You're gonna be in trouble over here.
1, 2, 3.
Nope, we're gonna... If you're here... 1, 2, 3, 4. You won't be able to move on to the cluttered space unless you lure, which you have 2 lure over there. I will throw the hedge. This hedge here. It'll go till there, and then I'm gonna take a step this way.
Nice.
And so that will be my... I left this person instead of moving 1 there. I moved 1 off here, 1 off there. And I did use my hedge ability. I didn't use my last fling ability, sadly. Because I can't... It's fling someone in front of me side to side. It's pretty limiting. Okay. That's it. 1, 2, 3.
You got me? Another point for you.
Num num.
Where am I going down? Clearly this seems like a good decision. Back here, I wish you hadn't gone here because you're taking up a spot from me. Clearly there seems like a good decision. 1 move absolutely has to go get this lovely book. Another move I think needs to be a glide over to pull you and this here. He's now going 1, 2. He's going straight to the middle. He's going to get stuck there, though. Do I try to open it up so it's a little bit easier for him to get somewhere? The concern is I'll trap myself in doing it. And which book do I want the most? Oh, 1, 2. So I'm going to move 2 down. I have 1 hedge glide. So a hedge could go with me, and I can move over here. So perching up to here. Do you remember specifically perch also works that I can move? Does not require a move action. You can glide onto a cluttered space. It doesn't specifically
perch onto a cluttered...
So it doesn't specifically say, but it's the same icon. It just adds more rules down here. I would think that it's the same system, perching and gliding. It's how I move, and I can, because I'm flying. I don't like where I'm going to end up. 1 down, grab this. Oh, I've still got a lure 2 with him, don't I? Oh, that's frustrating because...
You could have lured him back here to catch me.
I could, but then he wouldn't catch you there.
Nope.
And I spent so much work getting you there.
It's almost a shame to, do something else.
But I'll be right next to him. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll be right next to him there as well.
What you gonna do? Pass me the flavor text. I can read flavor text.
You want to read a little bit of flavor text?
I mean,
I know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to lure him twice to go 1, 2.
Okay.
Go ahead and catch you.
Yeah.
For a point. Did you not tick up your point?
I did not take up my 2 points.
You got 2?
I got...
You didn't tick up both of them? Or I thought
2.
you ticked up 1 and then you didn't tick up the second.
I didn't tick up either.
Okay. You were a point ahead of me?
Yep, that. Because we each have got 2.
You were a point ahead, like, first round.
I caught 1.
Second round, I caught 1.
Yeah.
Third round.
We each caught 1. I'm still...
Then I caught 2 the second round. I think you caught 1 the second round.
I didn't think I'd taken... I didn't take those up.
No?
Unless you did when you took yours off the board.
You've caught, I think, a pair of 1 and a pair of 2.
I thought I caught one more. I caught 1, 1, and 2.
You think you caught 1, 1, and 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll play it from there. He's now going to move 1, 2, 3. Oh, that might not be the shortest way. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. He wants to go that way, so lowering him there is not the best option. I've left myself in an awkward position. I will not have lured him. No luring. You're still getting caught.
Yeah, but you're just catching one. And you're just gonna stay like this now?
I'm moving back.
What's your last move?
And I'm putting a stone down.
Oh. What does it do?
Yeah,
So,
no one can move through it. No one.
so what does he do, though? That's still the shortest way.
No, it's not. Now that's an obstacle. This is now the shortest way.
Gotcha.
I don't know that that's how that's supposed to be used, but I used it that way. All right, that's my turn. That's all I've done. I've done so well. I picked up all 3 of my tomes, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. I kind of want to keep my stone ability because I don't know how to use it effectively yet. So we're going to reload that. We're going to set one down here. Oh, but I want to drag you so bad. Yeah, all right. This doesn't tick down because I didn't use it.
I'm numbing this. I ate my hedge. Then.
So I'm going to take it up again, actually. These get really, it gets really hard to get some of these abilities up high.
Step out of the way. And then we're going to fling you.
No, please.
There.
Oh, you've got 3 lure. She's got 3 lure.
I do have 3 lore. That was 1 movement, so I took that 4 down. And I chucked you there, and then we lure him with him. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, that seems about right.
1, 2, off the board. And now he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's gonna come up that way. So we're gonna walk away. 1, 2,
Run.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, you found a cubby.
I did. I like it there. We're gonna hang out in there.
Can you destroy a hedge in a thing every turn, or
Yeah.
just one?
Oh no, it's you may remove an adjacent hedge or clutter.
Just once?
Once.
Huh.
Once per turn, you may
Wow.
remove an adjacent hedge or clutter.
Wow.
What?
You're destroying the board.
Just 2 of them.
All right. My turn?
No. 'Cause I can't do anything with this character. So now I just gotta preoccupy myself on some spots that I don't want you to get to. I only have 3 movement. That's going to be a spot. That's going to be a spot. And this is going to be a spot.
Oh, she's gonna go stand on spots. I didn't know what she meant for a second. Preoccupy myself with spots I don't want to eat. She's gonna go stand on spots.
3.
Very rude.
Stand on that one. With my last 3 movement.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Oh, you really are blocking spots, aren't you? You're frustrating. Yeah, you're real annoying. All right. Stone comes off. I do have this ability again, though, so I might use it again. I'm going to start by having a little bit of fun, you know? Why not? Why not have a little bit of fun? How do I...
You reloaded it?
Yeah, I reloaded it. I would like to drag you directly in front of him. It's really hard to do, actually.
You don't get these anymore, and I don't get these anymore.
It's really hard to...
Yeah. Okay.
Is it only a pull? Can you look at my ability? Is it just a pull, or is it a push as well?
What does that mean?
What does it say? Read the ability, the top ability right there.
Glide does not require move actions. You can glide onto a cluttered space.
No.
You cannot glide through hedges.
The main ability.
This?
Yeah.
Move your mythic or and an adjacent enemy or ally in any orthogonal direction.
Okay.
So you can move us both that way.
So here's what I'm doing. 1, 2, pulling back. I need 3 of them. That's really difficult. Because I wanted to then pull him over and somehow... That's really hard. I've pulled you down.
You can do it.
But it's really difficult. I'm gonna slide this hedge maze this way so that I can move.
When you were here, you could have moved on to here, and then pulled us off. And while you were moving onto there, you could have taken me with you there. And then
I don't have enough pulls. I only have 2 pulls. So then.
Oh, you only have 2.
Yep. I'm gonna have to move forward 1 here. Then I'm gonna do this and pull you with me. I'm not next to any hedges, so I'm gonna have to spend my own move to step out of there. That's annoying, because the other thing I wanted to do...
Okay, I know find my flavor text. Friends to all outcasts, kings of rebellion, these preteen pups put the shock in shock collar. The canine camaraderie is strong in this wolf pack, and in a place like this, you need some good dogs who've got your back. Groundskeepers better be on high alert. These dogs sit, but they won't stay. I already read Fei. Now I'll read Blister. This is Blister. Blister's very comfortable.
I'm trying to figure out how to capture Blister.
Blister's very comfortable amongst their hedges. A wolf of few words, Blister would rather let his rockin' do the talkin'. You won't catch him without his signature BC, which Half Moon Slayer. They say when dogs lick it, it means they're nervous. But this puppy's licks are anything but, or so we have to assume. Some of Blister's solos are played at a really high frequency that only dogs can hear. And then Fuzzmerelda. Where's Fuzzmerelda right now? Fuzzmerelda's all the way back here. Just hanging out. Perhaps the most frightening howl monitor you'll ever encounter. Oh, howl monitor. If you're thinking about cutting class, you better bring along a bone. It's almost as easy to bribe Fuzzmerelda as it is to get her worked up into a blind rage. On second thought, maybe just don't skip class. What's up? You still thinking?
You were there. This was here. I was here.
Was that how it was?
Yeah.
Okay. You're resetting it all?
I need so much more movement. Because look at this. I want to do the thing that's really fun, which is move here.
Yeah.
And then glide or perch and pull this with me. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll go this way. So that's now open. So now he's capturing you. Now, how do I get to you?
Why would he capture me? He has no reason to go onto the cluttered spot.
Oh, because he's going to come up here. And then that'll be the shortest path. The question is, how do I get you, like, here maybe? Which is, okay, it's not as complicated as I thought. So I'm going to glide back with this one, then move forward with this one.
You're moving the wrong people.
Oh. Well, still. Glide back with this one. But now it's annoying. Okay, that's still fine. It's not fine.
I was moving on to a cluttered spot. You have to take your movement down too.
I did.
How? Each one is you only have 4 movement.
Well, you gotta remember, this doesn't cost me movement. I need you. I was able to pull you there.
I think you did it with him.
I did.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, here's what it's gotta be.
Hi. What's it gonna be?
Okay, I see. But I can't get away. Oh no. I don't think I'm gonna be able to capture 2 of yours.
That's okay.
It's not. Like, I move 1 here, and then if I fudge the wall up, that lets me, you know...
Move closer?
Move closer.
But now what are you gonna do? You fudged the wall.
It can't be that. Maybe it's this. Maybe I... Cool. 1, 2... 1, 2. Okay, let's try that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that'll work. I still have 1 movement and I have 1 wall fudge. So I'm gonna scoodle this wall back here. I'm gonna... Ooh. I'm gonna lure him. 1, 2... I'm gonna get myself out of there. And then he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was a hard turn. That was complicated. I'm vulnerable.
Okay.
Do I put down a stone? I think so.
Okay. That's fine. That means I'll just ignore you up there and just focus on my 2 characters down here.
Oh, you're gonna be able to... I left a whole line. She's opening up the board. She's gonna be able to throw me. Werewolves are late game players. It's a real problem.
Where do I want to spawn?
This is not a convenient...
Where are you shifting
Well,
my
we have
drink?
a camera here, and then we have a camera there, and your drink was right in both of them.
So this is a great spawn zone that you left. And then where else would we like to be?
That you left. I need more abilities than I currently have access to. Note to the Ivy Studios team, Gargoyles need a buff. A strong buff on the Gargoyles.
Promise I can easily catch you with 2 of them, but I can't get your 3rd dum-dum.
Definitely not allowed to touch him.
I know.
Yeah. He's perched.
I know. So these are 2 spawn points. He's standing on a spawn point. This is a spawn point, but that one won't help me very much. Probably gonna go stand on this one. Alrighty. So 1. We're gonna chuck you. Woo! Over there.
Okay.
Then
Take it down.
we're going to... Ooh, I actually can't get both of you as easy as I thought. 1, 2. Nope. Not tricking you there. This is trickier than I anticipated it to be. If I'm standing here, I can send you here. But does that do anything to me? No, not unless I put a hedge in the way. Because I don't want you to go that far. I want you to stop there. And specifically fling you 2 spots. And I don't have any hedge ability.
Oh!
Jesse Samuel Anderson, fix it.
Everything collapsed.
Well, yeah, when you drop a book on it, things usually do collapse.
The power of a tome. Who have you and haven't you read? Have you read them all?
Huh?
Nothing. Nestled within the enchanting ground.
But help me figure out, when he gets here, where's the shortest path going to be in current position?
To go here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely that way.
Okay.
Nestled within the enchanting grounds of Mythic Manor lies a mesmerizing hedge maze. Outside of select class visits, access to the hedged garden is strictly off limits to the students of Mythic Manor. This policy is diligently enforced by the mysterious Groundskeeper. This led to a new competition among the students. Who can hide in the hedge maze without getting caught? The Groundskeeper makes daily rounds in the Segul hedge maze, but a copy of their task list has fallen into the students' possession. They know exactly where the Groundskeeper is headed and in what order. The only thing they can change is the path the Groundskeeper will take to get there. It's the perfect chance for the students of Mythic Manor to once again prove
I ate.
Who
I flung you.
is best.
Taking this down 2.
Let
Moving here.
the games
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
begin.
Take that all the way down to 0. Then I'm flinging you over 1. Because you'll stop because you would bang into me. That's my other fling. And now I'm luring with 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. Lure ignores, I believe, cluttered spots, correct?
It does. You also now just crushed the
I
board.
did. I believe this was here.
Lure does ignore cluttered spots.
So, pulled him back here. Now he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. I still have 2 movement, so he's not
good.
done yet.
Yep.
Amazing. We are going to move on to You Love Me. You're just out of the way.
Actually.
You're not doing anything very well over there. Those are too close. We're gonna move 1, 2 over this way. Okay. And we use my lure. So, 1, 2, 3.
You realize it's really hard for me to get you.
You ticked me up too?
Hast thou realized that?
Yeah. Your turn. This comes off. Never to be seen again. Why are you groaning?
I don't know how to get him to eat you. I'm just gonna score. I'm just gonna get 1. Because you're so far. I don't have any throw abilities. Like, I don't have fancy.
Some of us can, like, some of the factions can throw you over their shoulders, yeah.
I don't have fancy break the game abilities, you know?
Yeah, and you only have 1 lure right now. What'd you bump up? Your movement?
You get myself more moves. I can get to you. Just can't touch your butt. Gonna move like this to close off the gate. I'm gonna go down here for 1. And then I'm gonna go here to push you there.
So you took that down?
So that's good.
You guys, I'm on this side of the board.
You're so far away. I cannot throw you across the board. You have the lovely ability to just transport people.
I don't. It's just fling 2 spots.
I'm gonna lure him 1
Okay.
to go ahead and capture you.
Take your lure down. And I'm giving you your point. You used your lure.
I'm gonna go 1, 2,
Have you not moved at all? You hadn't moved at all up until that point?
3. Nope. 4, 5, 6. I don't know what I'm doing. He's gonna go here. He hits that zone. I'm now at least a point behind you. And that's my turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is now the shortest pathway.
Wow. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Equal.
Tied. If I bring him towards 1, I think that's still tied. Yeah.
It is. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's so cool.
It's not.
You done?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So he's gonna make it here. Unless I do other things. I would love to catch all 3 of you.
No, don't do it. You realize if you catch 2, you've won.
I know.
Okay.
I can for sure catch 2.
But can you?
Yeah. I wanted to challenge myself. Oh, I get to come onto the board. Here we go. Spawn. Is that the right spawn that I want? It's not the right spawn that I want.
I see obvious 2 move that you could do to capture 2 of them.
Yeah, I can capture both these 2.
Can you do it in 2 moves?
What's 2 moves?
Or 3 moves, sorry, 3 moves.
Move here, eat this, throw you twice, and then lure him.
No. There's a better way.
What was yours?
Oh, you can't throw over.
No.
Ah. I was gonna say throw him there, move there, eat that. And then he goes straight.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
in trouble over there.
You can throw.
I can't. It's not a throw over. I have to be standing here and throw to the side. That's the problem.
Gotcha.
Alright, we'll just satisfy on 2 and win. 1, eating this, chuck, and then luring. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. He actually has no reason to move there. So then we have to...
What do you mean he has no reason to move there?
He has no reason to go in the cluttered spot to eat you. So...
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't. But can't you step over? Do you have another throw?
Yeah, I have 2 throws.
So you could just step in front of me and throw me down.
1, 2, chuck.
Yeah.
I have to do this first. So, okay, yeah. We've got it figured.
Eat
was
the
I
bush.
here?
Yep.
Eat the bush. 1.
You weren't technically there, but
Where was I?
you had to move 1.
I was there.
Yep.
So move 1. That's 3. Eat the bush.
Throw me
you
down.
there, which is 1. Now move 1, 2.
You don't have to move 2, you can just move 1.
With this one?
Yep.
But no, I don't want to be in that spot.
Okay.
1, 2. That takes us down to 1. Throw you there.
Yep.
0, then lure. 1, 2, 3. And I reach 10 points and game ends. I won Mythic Mischief Volume 2!
The gargoyles are hard, man.
I find them actually cool and probably easier.
They're interesting, but they're hard because they don't have a lot of across the board.
That's
If
true.
I'm pulling you in,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I know.
Usually you can be like, you go that way or distract him or
Yeah.
if I'm pulling you there, I'm holding on. I'm like, sir, he's ignore me. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. My first ever defeat at Mythic Mischief.
I don't think it's your first.
My first, the only one I've ever had. Let us know. What factions are you most excited to play at this point? And, like we said before, link down below. Go follow it. Go check it out. I don't know. It's a good idea. All right. We'll see you. Bye.